Um, I want to start this video off with a question. Have you ever met someone or even a group of people, uh, maybe at work, maybe family, uh, those close to you, who treat you like you're stupid, but yet they continue to come to you, they look to you, look for advice, for comfort, for strength, for whatever. Um, in those times that they need you. But when you see something on their life, or you see them about to make a mistake or making a mistake, they don't seem to want to hear from you. They don't seek you out. But because you care, you give, because that's what you do. That's like your exchange with them. They come, you give. They need, you fulfill, etc. Um, but there are times when those same people who will challenge you and who will, like I said, make you feel as if you're stupid or you don't know what you're talking about or oh that's not this situation or whatever. But you trust me every other time, you know. And so I want to tell you today that it's not that they think you're stupid. It's not that at all, really. You're one of the smartest people they know, and they actually admire you. But it's not that they think you're stupid, it's that they don't want to be proven wrong. They don't want to look wrong. They're not ready for the truth they know that they need and the truth that they're not ready for what the truth is going to bring to their lives, which is change. Truth, when it comes, it puts you in a position to where now you got to do something about it. See, as long as you don't know, as long as you don't have the truth or whatever, you can just keep on, just la da 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 through the through the daisies all day. But when truth comes and you see it, you have to acknowledge it. So your choices are going to be: I'm going to do something about this, or I'm not going to do anything about this. And most people who are not ready to do something about it, no matter how damaging it is for their lives, um, those people get angry at you when you bring them that truth because they don't want to see it. They're not ready to change. They don't want to change for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, you have nothing to do with that. But they don't think you're stupid at all. They might treat you like that or whatever, but it's that they don't want to acknowledge that they're wrong. They don't want to acknowledge even that you're right, if that makes any sense. Um, I'm going to share a quick story time and then that's it. So, there's a situation going on at work where we had a resident who fell. And I don't know, after the fall, to me, he was more confused. Um, he went out to the hospital, he came back. He was in a lot of pain. Um, Pain that he was actually already in, but he didn't complain about it. So, like, nobody really did much about it. But the fall intensified it. And so he was just in a lot of pain. I mean, like, really, literally not able to lift his leg, um, literally in a wheelchair where he walked all the time with a walker, but walked nonetheless. And so went out to the hospital. He came back. I had my, because I only was working 4 days a week, so 3 days a week. So I went on my little stint, came back to work. I'm being told that the man is not there. He is in, I don't know if he's in rehab or hospital. Uh, Frankly, I think he should have went to rehab before they brought him back, but you know how that goes. And so, well, before he, let me see, um, while he was gone that first time, um, I told, I was trying to tell the other staff that at the end of the day, I was trying to tell them what I had saw on my shift and how I think we need to start really paying more attention to this guy because frankly he was one that we really didn't do a lot for because he was very independent. Yeah, like we really didn't do anything for him. uh, but like I say, that is what I was trying to let the other staff know. Um, the other staff has this type of attitude that they don't really want, they only want certain people to tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to hear it from me, I guess, even though I have many, many years of experience. Um, but anyway, I come back, the guy is gone again. I'm told that he has fallen 3 times during my 4 days off and is now, like I said, in the hospital, whatever. I mean, just really not doing good. And I didn't say I told you so, but what I did tell them is that that is what I was trying to tell y'all last week is that we need to keep an eye on this dude when y'all, I mean, she literally did not let me talk in the meeting because she like literally didn't want to hear. I mean, she's literally giving me attitude when I'm trying to tell her. She's talking over me like she would often do, and act like or just ignore what I have to say. But this time she was just talking over me, basically, yep, okay, yeah, well, I know what you got to say or whatever. She didn't say that, but that was the attitude. And so, and then I'm trying to tell her, well, no, that's not it. Like I'm trying to tell you something else, and she gives me this type of attitude, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. You know, and I guess she caught hold to how bad her attitude was, and well, just go ahead and say what you need to say. I'm good. I'm good. you know. Um, and so at the end of the day, like I say, this was the result of you not hearing, not wanting to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, especially when you're in healthcare, um, it's the priority of the patient that takes precedence. Like that's it. It's the priority of the patient. Like that's what we're there for. That's what we do. And so I gave, um, this is just an example, you know, for you guys, that a lot of times, you know, um, in healthcare, they respect hierarchy. And if you're not in a certain whatever, if you're not up here, then like, yes, you don't know what you're talking about. We're not going to listen to that or whatever. And it's not about just plain wisdom and common sense and even listening to the smaller person, like to say that we need to keep an eye on a patient, a resident. How was that wrong? You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, that was the result. Unfortunately, the man is in the hospital, and I mean, I don't know, but that goes in alignment with what I'm telling you. Don't allow people to take you off of what you know. You know you're right. You know what you're saying is not harmful. You know that you have the best interest of whoever it is you're talking to, and whether they receive it or not, it's really on them. I mean, you really can't do anything about that. And so, you know, they just have a look that they want to maintain. Um, And that's even with you in your life. People have a look or whatever that they're trying to maintain, and when they want help, that's when they come to you. But if you have a word for them and they're not ready for it, that they don't want to acknowledge it, like, oh, well, that's not true, and maybe later on or whatever. So my advice to you is stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them hear, you can't make them listen, but you can stand on what you know. And it'll come around, not necessarily for you to say, I told you so, because even what I um, was telling them at work was not an I told you so. It was more so, well, this is what I was trying to say, which possibly could have prevented this man from falling 3 times and saved him a trip to the hospital or just whatever, simply by checking on him more, simply by going in his room, sticking your head in the door. You doing okay? You all right? You need anything? That's it. I mean, it's really nothing to it. But don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel like I'm just going to shut my mouth. I ain't going to never say nothing else again. You know, um, so yeah, that's it. You know, I knew the reason I didn't say any more to her in the meeting is because I knew that um, it was going to come back around to, and then I also did not want to, there wasn't the place to really have some type of, oh, you need to hear me type argument. I mean, there are some times when all you have to do is just be quiet and it'll all work out the way it's going to work out. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about saying I told you so. It's not about being proven right or anything like that. But a lot of times for them, it is. They know you're right. It's just that they don't want to look bad or they don't want to be wrong. So that is my word to you. Stay encouraged. Don't let people make you feel bad. You know, um, keep your head up and stand and walk in your truth, and stand flat footed on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't change your way or your opinion because somebody don't want to hear it. That's my word to you today. So, um, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit all notifications so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Um, you guys, thank you so much for listening and thank you for watching. And until the next video, see you next time on the spiritual side.